Linda Facci of Facci Designs, and today I'm going to show you how to make animals from wool roving. There are several ways to do it, but I'm going to show you some little tips and tricks on making animals. The first thing I do is I go online and I kind of print out some images. For instance, if I wanted to make a mouse, but I wanted to make a caricature of one. You know, if I wanted to make one to look more realistic, I'd print out a real mouse. But this one is, you know, kind of a caricature of a mouse. You need something to reference from. I mean, you can try doing it from your head, but this will be a lot easier. Here I have a moose that I printed out. And when I print them out, I print them from all different angles. And I actually look at them on my computer screen as well. Front, back, side, you know. I mean, here's this creature here. I think it's called a greater kudu. You know, so you need something to reference from. You're going to need your wool roving, your felting needles, some pipe cleaners help with arms and legs, some wire sometimes for arms and feet, for birds' feet. You can use wool to start with, or you can make your whole animal out of wool roving. So here, if I was going to make the body of a small mouse, I could wrap my wool into like a little elongated shape. And then I would start to cover that with wool. And then I would start to needle felt. Now, if you know anything about needle felting, these needles are sharp. How do I do the arms and legs of a lot of these little creatures? I use pipe cleaners. So I would cut a piece of, I would actually fold this little end over so you don't get a sharp edge. And then you would cut it to length, a little longer than you want to because you're going to have to push this into the animal. So let's see. It's about like that. Then I would grab a little piece of the wool roving, kind of lay that out, and start to wrap the pipe cleaner. And you just kind of wrap it around, rip it off, and then you kind of needle felt it closed until you get something like this, these little legs and arms. So now you have parts of your mouse. You've got a body, you've got a head, you got a couple of feet and arms. Okay, now we need to put them together. That's simple. So here's a foot. So with my scissor, I'm going to kind of create a hole, kind of cut it, and insert the foot inside. That's the start of one. And I would do the same with an arm. Insert that little arm there. You can see it's starting to kind of form already. And then you would needle felt that closed. I'm just going to give you the basics. So you do that, you connect the head. Same technique. Needle felt them right on. It's kind of like gluing the head on. Let's see. Already? He's starting to develop. And then you can make little ears. You can make ears out of the wool roving. You can kind of use a stencil like this. Put the wool roving in the middle of that and needle felt it until it starts to take shape. And you would get a tiny little ear like this. And you can add a little pink felt in there. Or you can just cut the ear out of a piece of kraft felt. And you would just cut the ear out. And you can connect that to the head, just like this little mouse here. So now I've connected all my pieces, but now I want to kind of combine the pieces. So I'm going to grab more wool and kind of fill in those areas. So you kind of fill in the neck area, And it's sculpting. I mean, you want to sculpt your little fella. Keep looking at your photos and your pictures. And let's see. So you start to kind of connect the body with the arms and the legs. Now for eyes, I like to use little beads. So here I have a string of beads. What I would do is just take my little scissor and kind of make a hole in there. Felt is so forgiving. You make a mistake, you just fill it right back up with some felt. I would take a bead. I would dab a little glue in there, and then I would insert the eye. Just have fun. Just start to experiment. Have some fun. It takes a lot of patience. You will get poked. Don't worry. It doesn't hurt that much. And I hope some of these creatures give you some inspiration. I'm Linda Facci of Facci Designs. Thank you.